Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Vickie Burley, a rock and roll prophetess. These are going to be your September of 2016 free video readings. I'll be using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my own creation, and then we'll pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which is my own creation. As always, I have a whole bunch of stuff here. If you're learning to read tarot, you can check out my book, Tarot in the Modern World. I also have several adult coloring books. You can find all that up in the eye in the sky, along with how to get readings and different things from me, the readings and wares that I offer. I did a kind of a cool little funny video this month, if you guys have time to check it out. It's called Find Somebody to Blame, and it's sort of sarcastic, and it's sort of like this country tune. It's supposed to be halfway funny, so if you have a minute, check it out. You can find a link below on that one. And if anybody out there is a country musician and you want to record it, definitely get a hold of me. I would love to see that happen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit about how the readings work before we get into it. If you already know how the readings work, you can go ahead and skip ahead. First of all, when I pull the cards, I want you to pick a color. And then when the color shows up in the spread, that could contain a special message for you. When I pull the cards, I'm going to hold them up, and I want you to take time to look at each card. These cards were designed to speak to your subconscious mind. If it looks like it says something else, like for instance here, the word motion is contained in emotion. If that stands out to you, or even if it looks like it says something completely different, go with it. That's spirit communicating with you. This is empowerment tarot. I'm not trying to tell you how to lead your life, and nobody should. You should not give your power away. This is for you to activate your own intuition and find things in here and allow these cards to speak to you. If you do not get your message through this reading, be sure to check your rising and moon sign. The other thing is when the court cards appear, and the court cards would be the knights, queen, kings, and pages. Traditionally, a knight is a male, knight, king, and page are males, and the queen are females. But in these general readings, they could be male or female. So I may refer to, like if it's a king, I may refer to it as he, but really it could be he or she or anybody. Learn to trust your intuition and go with the flow on these readings. I hope that you get a special message out of here. Take time to look at each card and pause the video if you have time. Without further ado, on to your free readings for September. Hello Taurus, thanks for joining me for September. Let's get right into your readings. This is the reading for Taurus for September. Taurus, September 2016. Taurus, September 2016. Taurus, September 2016. Okay. Well, looking pretty good here, Taurus. Let me get these cards aligned a little. You know, there are two eclipses going on this month. The new moon eclipse in Virgo on September 1st, and then the full moon eclipse of Pisces on the 16th. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of other stuff going on astrologically too. But these eclipses affect people, and they're powerful. So this new moon on the 1st is a good day for everybody to do these new starts, these new beginnings. You know, the very first card out here was strength. And strength is, all about have strength, have patience, that things might not be happening exactly as fast as you'd want them to normally. That's really what it's about. Until possibly later in the month, I feel. And because right after that you have the Temperance card. And that's kind of like all things come to those who wait. You got to have patience because the universe is conspiring on your behalf. You have angels and guides and stuff, and they are, they're trying to make things happen for you. They're working it out. You ask for something from the universe, and it doesn't usually always show up right away. It takes time for everything the right people, and successful combinations, and the right things have to be put in place, and the right things have to be, manifested and happen for you. In the meantime, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. So this is about, just keep working on it. Just keep working on it. You know, Mercury's going to be retrograde for a lot of this month too. And Mercury goes direct on the 22nd, the same day that the Sun moves into Libra. And you've got this stuff down here about how things are really going to start moving, and, you know, all of a sudden things are happening. And it's the Eight of Rods, so things are happening quickly. And it could be when the Sun moves into Libra and Mercury goes direct on that same day on the 22nd. I am kind of feeling like this is sort of a little later in the month, you know, that things will, you know, happen then. But in the meantime, it doesn't mean, well, you just sit around and wait, you know, till then. You know, this could also be a person. That's another thing I want to tell you. This could be an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So it could be some person coming in, but I feel like it also has to do with the timing. I feel like this is early on and this is a little bit later. Because you have another card of kind of waiting, and that is the Hermit here. And the Hermit's like, well, maybe it's not time to really do anything drastic right now. Maybe we're more in the planning phases. Definitely, you know, the angels up there are planning some stuff for you. They got some stuff planned for you. And in the meantime, again, you can just work on it. This is something that could bring you some financial success, too, for sure. Because the Pentacle cards are here. But right now, it feels like you're just in the working phase on it. You're just doing it, to pleasure. You're building it. You're building your future. And it might seem like, you know, it's kind of hard right now. You might go through a little bit of a tough time, like, gosh, I'm just working, and I'm not really getting anywhere. But trust me, things are happening. Even though you can't see it, things are really starting to happen. The central card of this whole spread is the Three of Rods. Great card. Great, great card, Taurus. This is your ships are coming in. Your ships are coming in. You're going to arrive. Whatever you're working on is going to yield this great result. You are going to bear fruits, see the fruits of your labor come to fruition. You know, you are going to benefit from it. It is going to be a good thing, right? The other thing I want to point out about this King of Swords, whether it's a real person or it's just represent timing or both, is that you have star in the spread. So you have two angelic, you have two major arcana cards, which both are angelic in nature. So, and Hermit even could be like, this could be like your spirit guides and angels too. It's the wise elder, or, you know, it could be somebody who's in spirit. So there's a lot going on, like kind of not on the surface, not in the 3D world, but kind of behind the scenes. And that's typical for, you know, during the times when Mercury's retrograde. That often will be the case, you know. So, Spirit is bringing you blessings. It's all over the place here. It's in three major arcana cards are showing that spirits are bringing you blessing. It might take a minute, you know. You can't have it right this second, right now. It may take you a minute, you know. So give them a little space, give them a little time. Be willing to kind of hang in there and step back and allow things to happen. If this is an actual person, though, whatever star shows up by, it always is. It's meant for you. Spirits and angels have brought this in. It's a blessing from above. And if this is an actual person, then this is something pretty major. It says that spirits and angels have brought this person into your life, you know. This is there's some blessings coming to you no matter what it is. If it's an actual person, and it could be a love thing, even though this kind of is leaning more towards, you know, doing some kind of work thing that you're doing. But I feel for a lot of you Tauruses are creative, you know. I feel like this could be a creative project. I feel like that's a lot of what this could be for a lot of people. That's this creative project that you're working on. And later in the month, when everything starts moving along. Oh, the other thing that happens later regarding air sign is Jupiter moves into Libra later in the month, too. So there's a lot, or maybe kind of at the 9th, but at the end of the month, we've got the Sun in Libra, Jupiter in Libra, Mercury direct. So and Mercury's an air energy, too. So there's all this air energy. And so it seems like things are just really, really moving all the time. If this is a love relationship, though, the Eight of Rods also, I remember it meaning the arrows of love hitting its mark. So for some of you, this could be some major love person showing up, too. It could be. Well, or somebody of major importance, no matter what, whether it's a romance or what kind of connection they have. It's not ultimately, it could be, because there's so many people I'm reading for, it just could be a lot of different things. But it's important, and it's good, and it's a blessing. That's the other thing. The other thing is to use this time wisely, too. Don't try to push right now. You know, this Hermit card here, he's not just hiding out. he's actually being enlightened. I don't know if it's that clear, but there's a Merkaba in his lantern up here. The hermit is not just about being a hermit like crawling in a shell. The hermit is about climbing to the top of the mountain to seek that enlightenment. So he's receiving enlightenment during this time. So you can't just push. You gotta, it's like listening. You gotta listen to. The other thing about this Ten of Rods is I'm feeling like for some of you, I think this is something that you really love and you really always wanted to do, this Eight of Pentacles. And this card, but in your mind you might say, oh, but I just can't. It's just so much work. It's such a huge task. I just can't even think about it. This could be more imagined than reality. This could be more like, yeah, I'd love to do that, but who has the time? Or, oh God, it's just so much work. I don't even want to tackle it. I don't even want to do it. But I think you're going to, if you go ahead and do it, I think it's going to really flow. I think it's going to go well for you, and it's going to be a lot easier. Whenever this card shows up, it's always a lot easier. It's not really like work. It's like you're just doing it because you like doing it. It's like, you're working away, and then hours are gone, and it's just like, where'd the time go, So it could be like that. That's more what I feel. It's more like that, Okay, let's get over here and get this animal totem card for you Taurians for this month. What is the animal totem card for Taurus for September 2016? Cheetah. I love cheetah. This is one of my personal totems. Panther, cheetah, it's kind of the same thing. Panther is really what it is. Okay, let's see here. Empath, healer, prolific creator. Prolific creator. Things happening at lightning speed. Staying alert to synchronistic signs. This. The path of the soul practitioner. Well, that could be the hermit too. Because there are, other than this guy or girl down here, which I kind of feel is more of a timer than a person. There's not a lot of people around here. And, definitely this soul practitioner, that's the hermit. He's a soul practitioner for sure. I was looking over here and now it's gone. I had a word stand out to me. I was telling you in one of the other readings how this stuff works sometimes. I look at something and I just get bombarded with a bunch of different things. I'm trying to say them all before I forget, but then sometimes I do forget and they just go away. Which has happened here. I had something really stood out to me on one of these cards, one of these words, and then it just went away. I can't even find it. Oh, here. Fuse. Fuse, and I want to really say fusion. It's going to be like divine fusion. Ooh, I like that. Divine fusion. That sounds like a good band name. Well, a lot of you Tauruses are musicians. Hey, if you guys are musicians, don't forget to check out my country song, or if you know any country artists that might want to record it. But anyways, yeah. This is cool. I love that the cheetah showed up. It's so cool. And staying alert to synchronicities. That's good. That's really good for this spread, I would say. Because that's kind of what I was talking about the hermit here, too. He's not just sitting up there, with his eyes closed. He's observing. He's watching. He's the watcher. He's one of the watchers. He's obtaining knowledge, So during these first few weeks, it might be more of just, back to the drawing board, working on your craft, polishing up whatever you're doing. And then it could really be making its debut or like totally happening in a big way down here at the end of this month, by the end of this month. Okay, Geminis, hey, thank you guys so much for supporting me through buying up all my books and my cards and readings and everything. You can find a link to all that stuff up here in the eye in the sky. And then don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. I don't overpost. I won't bombard you. When I do upload the videos, I just post one. You're not going to get 12 alerts, for each sign. You're going to get one alert. So I'm real conscious of that because I don't like to be bombarded, okay? And below you have the link to that song I was talking about, the country song, and the Facebook. And there's other stuff down there, too, if you want to check it out. The Facebook page, I normally do post an animal totem card once a week. I didn't get to it this week because I was really busy recording these videos. But normally I try to do it once a week, and that's only for the Facebook followers. So, and I don't overpost on there, too. I'm not going to bombard you. You're not going to get, have to block me because it's too much stuff coming at you. And finally, the donations. There's so much, that helps me so much. The donations, no donation is too small. It all goes towards keeping these videos free every month, and I really appreciate it. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of September, and I'll talk to you soon.